Greetings folks, welcome once again to my game room. We've been working diligently on bringing our latest Kickstarter number 6 to fruition, and I want to say thank you for all our backers, and hope you enjoy your new games. I'm going to bring to you a little bit of information about the game Surakarta. Now, Surakarta is the name of an ancient city on the island of Java in the nation of Indonesia. Nobody's really sure about the history of the game. Before several generations ago, it was pretty much a regional thing. It has some very clever aspects to it that surprises me that it's not a more popular game. But Surakarta has a very unique board and a unique capturing method. It was first written about as recently as 1970 by a French author documenting games, and more recently in this country by Sid Saxon in one of his books on games. In that particular edition he called it Roundabouts. But it is a clever little game, and I think you really enjoy the strangeness of the capturing method that it uses. So take a little time here and learn how to play Surakarta, and I'll be right back after the animation here to sum it up for you. Each player begins the game with 12 pieces in a single color. The first player is decided at random and chooses which color they'd like to play. Each player's pegs begin the game set up on the first 2 rows of spaces on their own side of the board. The object of the game is to capture all 12 of your opponent's pegs, or, if no further captures are possible, to have more pegs remaining in play than your opponent at the end of the game. On a turn, a player either moves one of their pieces a single step in any direction, orthogonally or diagonally, to an unoccupied point, or makes a capturing move special to Surakarta. A capturing move consists of sliding along any number of spaces and looping around an inner or outer loop at the corners of the board, then back onto the array of spaces, and finally landing on an enemy piece. The captured piece is removed from the game, the capturing peg occupying the space in its place. Here are a series of examples. The sliding movement and corner loops are only used when making a capture. Any number of unoccupied points may be traveled over before or after following a loop. An unoccupied point may be traveled over more than once during the capturing peg's journey. A peg could even make a long move that follows 2 of the corner loops in one move, as long as it results in a capture when the peg comes to rest. Capturing is always optional. The game ends when a player captures all 12 of the opposing pieces. But if neither side can make headway, the game is blocked and the players can declare the game ended. In this case, the player with the most pieces still in play is the winner. Now, the Javans themselves don't call this game Surakarta. That's the name of the city that's associated with it. They called it Damdaman, and there is a variation on it on a 7x7 board, which in the Bahasa language is called permainan. Permainan actually literally means to play a board game. There's a variation that's called Bas Sabab Sapur that is played on the 7x7 grid. Other variations that have the similar loops around the corners can be found in China and Korea. But Surakarta is a very fun little game, and it really challenges the mind a little bit to visualize all the paths that can be followed in a capturing mode. And in order to set up a capture, you need to also set up some kind of a defense, and it's really hard to get that to work. Definitely hope that you get a chance to try Surakarta. And of course, I'd like to see you try all these other games that we've been talking about here on the channel. And if you have any suggestions or requests or anything like that, by all means, please send them in. The list is growing, and I have an idea I'm going to be making videos for quite a few months to come just to keep up with those requests. So I really appreciate that. I also have some documentary subjects of my own that I want to pursue. So looking forward to that as well. So I want to thank you for tuning in. Thank you for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed yet, be sure and do that. If you want to be notified when a new video comes out, of course, ring the little bell and we'll let you know what's happening. I definitely look forward to sharing with you here in the near future. But meanwhile, like I always say, be sure to play every day.